Hello, Scorpio. How are you doing? I am still kind of waking up, but I have to go to work, so I'm like, I really want to get this message out before I go. So that's what I'm gonna do, because I didn't channel yesterday. How am I looking? Oh man. Greasy! There we go. Okay. I was getting D'Artagnan before I turned on. One of the old Three Musketeers. I don't really know why. But D'Artagnan is like the High Musketeer, right? He's like the one in charge. We'll see if maybe D'Artagnan is leading this reading. Whoa, Sword Swallower. I don't think I've seen that one before. Oh. 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 This is when the best readings come out, where I'm like this tired. Well, I'm not tired, I'm like groggy. Okay. Okay. What I feel like is happening here, I feel like somebody whoa. Oh. Okay. Oh my god, you know what's so weird? I'm gonna tell you something weird. My mother looks like this lady. I don't know if it focused for you, but it's so creepy when I look at that card. Because then I like see my mom really fast. I'm like, oh, the fuck is my mom doing here? She doesn't live anywhere near me. To me, she's dead. So, okay, so like, look how weird this is. So you got the Sword Swallower. Now, what I feel with this card is I kind of feel like it's the Three of Swords. Okay, I feel like she's taking one of those swords and she's. It's like the reason why she's swallowing it is because she's swallowing something she said. Okay? Or yeah. I feel like somebody might have said something, okay, that hurt this woman, and then what she did, right, is like, especially if she doesn't believe you or something, what she did was she took what you said to her and she swallowed it, which means she made it her own. And that, look at this. That to me says that's a lie. She swallowed a lie to keep it from getting out. And you know, my mother hides my stepfather for being a pedophile. She tried to stop that information from coming out because she says he's not one. So she tried to hide it in the family. And I just started telling everybody. And she was like, no, he's not. No, he's not. Okay, it's not a fucking debate. All right? What he did is what he did. I don't give a fuck who believes it or who doesn't believe it. This isn't believe it or not, you know? Remember that show? Fact or Fiction or whatever it was called, Beyond Belief or something like that. Like you had to figure out if the story was true or not, or if it was fake. This isn't that show. Like, my 3-year-old self isn't going to lie about what my stepfather did. Fucking idiot. So, my mother is a lot like this. She swallowed that thing that I told her. Instead of, and like this was what's so weird. She's like dying of cancer. She has nobody to take care of her. Her husband's a pedophile, doesn't love her, doesn't take care of her. He's not a mushy kind of person. He's very cold, very standoffish, very, I have to be the man. And he's getting old. He's in his 80s, so he can't be the man anymore, right? So he's getting pissed off about that. He can't fuck children, so he's getting pissed off about that. So she's all on her own. And I couldn't believe that because I went like, you know, if you're dying, like my sister and I would have came and took care of her. We would have moved there. We would have moved our lives to go and take care of my mother. Like I love my mother. Like, you know, that whole battered wife syndrome kind of thing. Like I'm a battered child syndrome. Okay. My mom beat me all the time, but I still love her. She's still a person. I understand she had a rough life, but she's my mom. I came out of her pussy. I love her, but she's hated me since the day I was born. There's a suicide letter that you can read on my profile that she recently wrote to me that said that I ruined her life from the second I took my very first breath. I don't know who blames life on a baby. That's kind of pathetic considering you jumped on some guy's dick, got knocked up and had a kid, and you blame it on the baby? Ooh, that's kind of nasty. That's nasty. Okay, that's nasty. I don't know where I'm going with this. Clearly, this has something to do with you, okay? I'm just going to keep talking and talking and talking until the reading's over. Because that's my job. Oh, man. I got some funny stories. But I'm not going to tell them. I'm going to do the reading. Okay, so. Now we've got this pick a card, any card. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with this? Pick a card, any card, and then a merry-go-round. So. And you know what's also really weird is I was born in the year of 86. And look at this, 8-6. Okay, the 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, in reverse. So, like, I shut down pedophiles. I actually want to team up with Struggle Jennings and do a kill all pedophiles thing. Because, like, I hate pedophiles. And Struggle Jennings, a few years ago, had this line for kill all pedophiles. And I don't know if he still has the line, but he had like sweaters and t-shirts that just said kill all pedophiles. And he'd walk around with them. And it was so badass. Like, I was talking to this guy last night that used to work at jails as a guard. And his girlfriend was always like, why the fuck do you work as a guard? Why the fuck do you work? You're in there just as bad as the prisoners are. And he's like, no, I'm in there actually to keep all the diddlers from coming out and fucking over children more. And the way he said it to me last night, I was like, you're my best friend. Like, you are my best friend. Like, are you kidding? You worked in a jail just for pedophiles? Fucking, like, that's why he did it, right? It wasn't a jail just for pedophiles, but he did it, you know, so he could keep those motherfuckers in. Maybe D'Artagnan is Daryl. D'Artagnan, Daryl, I don't know. There's a security guard coming in. And usually it's my ex-boyfriend, Mike Gondosh. He usually is the security guard that comes in and tells me when something's going on, because I think he's dead. I don't know. I can't say for sure if my ex is dead. I think he is. But anyways, I don't know. He comes in and tells me what's going on. So we have somebody tattletaling. And I love this Page of Wands because the way that he's like he's just about to say something. And he's immature, right? So he's just going to fucking tell everybody about it, right? He ain't going to keep his mouth shut. And maybe... you know, maybe you're going to do something along the lines of me. Maybe you're going to start talking about what happened to you. right? Like, it took me years to be able to speak about what I'm talking about now without crying. Like, it took me a really long time to be able to see myself in that room as that little person being really hurt and not want to kill myself afterwards. It took me a very long time to be able to talk about my emotions, to talk about what happened in that room, to talk about how I felt afterwards, to talk about the events that led up to the main event. You know, that you know, your PTSD most likely comes from the events that led up to the event. Right? Especially if you're a child and you didn't know what was going on, because you automatically think you did something wrong, right? So you're like, okay, well, why did we do this? Why did we do this? And then why did it end up like this, right? That's your body trying to figure out the steps that traumatization happened, okay? So by you telling somebody, listen, this happened to me, okay? They said it didn't. Okay, there was no victory in you being able to tell somebody what happened. Okay, so that's why nothing's gone anywhere. Like, if you have recently told a secret and you've exposed the secret and nothing is going on, no one said anything to you, it's because somebody out there decided to keep it all to them fucking selves. That's what they did. So you told somebody something and then they went, oh, she's lying, I'm not going to say anything. Or, oh, no, he's lying, I'm not going to say anything. Okay. Like, it's there. You know what? Actually, I was thinking about my stepmother this morning. So my whole life, my stepmother, I would tell my stepmother something. I would be like, she'd be like, what'd you do today? And I'd be like, oh, you know, I went to the library, went down to the beach. She takes that information that I told her, she goes and lays down with my father and says, well, Whitney said she went to the beach and to the library and I know she's lying. What did she really do yesterday? Okay, there are some people out there that think they're a detective. Okay, and they have this thing on their shoulder that they listen to that fucks with them. Everything they hear is fucked. My stepmother truly believed she had a bond with me and her. Like, I came out of her pussy, okay? And she gloated on that bond. But you know what that bond was? Some little chirpy chirp fucking around in her head telling her that I'm lying about everything. So she thought by counteracting and saying, oh, I'm gonna fix this lie for Whitney, Whitney won't get in trouble. I never lied about anything. She did. So I was thinking about her this morning and all the things that I would tell her and then how she would dissect my truth into saying that I was lying because she didn't like how my truth sounded. So my whole life I've been called a liar because she's been twisting and turning all of my stories behind the scenes to my father, making it seem like she's on my side trying to help me when really she's not. She's calling me a liar, changing my story, so then she says I don't get in trouble, but I'm not lying. She's lying on my behalf and saying that she's trying to protect me. So this could be this woman too. You could have told something, and now I'm hearing a social worker or therapist. You could have said something to somebody and they went, no, that didn't happen. This person's a fucking liar. And then they didn't write it down or they didn't take it seriously because they said that it was a lie. So they took your truth and just swallowed it. That's not their fucking job to do. I don't care if people don't like the truth. The truth is something that should slap you in the face because it's so fucked, right? When you hear something and it's fucked, you're like, yo, that's gotta be true. Like, I don't think somebody would make that up, right? But you gotta understand where the lies come in and where the truth comes in. Because the more fucked up it is, right, the more you're most likely to believe it. Right? Because the truth isn't like cut and dry. It's not like, there's the truth. The truth comes with like a fucking bubble around it with all these other things that are attached to that truth. It's not just one thing and one thing only. I know people like to think that, but no, it's not the way it works. Truth is attached to many other truths like a tree with roots. You know, like you can't just say something and then not be able to back it up because you can always back the truth up. Can't really back a lie up though. Okay? So, with this motherfucker, they're in some trouble for not believing you. Okay? So, now we got this wheel, this merry-go-round. with Sagittarius and the wheel. So there's Temperance and the wheel. And the thing is that I think this has something to do with you. Because I think now, oh my God, my favorite song just started playing. Carrior! By Parkway Gate. It's called Carrion. Oh my God, it's the best song ever. Bleeding from the inside. They take me away from the inside out. Whoa. Oh, I love heavy metal. You have no idea. I get wet listening to heavy metal. I'm sorry, that was probably too. That was probably too non-PG-13. Yeah, like, I mean, wet as in sweating. Okay. Yeah, I sweat when I listen to heavy metal music. Okay. They take me away from the inside out. I think, okay, so get this. Imagine, okay, and now I'm getting Yelawolf's Daylight. Like, imagine something so bad to you happened as a child, okay? I don't know if you want to listen to Daylight. It's an older song by Yelawolf, but it's kind of like this too, okay? When you traumatize a child, okay, that child grows up traumatizing himself because those parents constantly put that child into a position that they had to be brave and older than what they were. Okay? So if something so bad to you as a child happened, and then you had finally found courage 30, 40, 20, 15, 50 years later, I don't care, and you say something, and then somebody says you're lying? Oh my God. Like, I personally would think that if you finally had the courage to say something and then that person doesn't believe you when they're supposed to, because they're a parent, they're a shrink, there's something that you confide in. Let me just say, in my years of abuse and dealing with my situation, I have never once had somebody lie to me and say, oh yeah, that happened to me too, and it didn't. People don't lie about being molested. They don't lie about the things that happen to their little bodies because they're still trying to figure out why that person did it. That adult in the adult body that's lying and taking advantage of something when they know they're not supposed to. And then they say the child's lying after all of that. That's like I know there's a special place called hell, but I also know that there's a place even worse than hell. And I've seen it because I've had to be there. So you think hell is bad? Keep it up. Keep it up. Because there's somewhere worse than hell. I believe hell is on earth, to be honest. And where we go, if we fuck around on this hell, is even worse. If we do what we're supposed to do and we follow our roads, we're fine. But liars, they go to a whole other place. Especially if they're lying on behalf of a child. Okay. I don't even want to know what's going to happen to that person because something is over. That's why the wheel is here with the world. You now just have to balance yourself. Now you've got to be like, okay, I'm going to move this giant rock cunt out of the way. I'm going to have my truth. And I'm going to fucking heal. And wherever this person goes that decided that my truth was to be debated, may somebody have just an ounce of mercy, maybe, if they need it. But in my case, I was not shown mercy until the age of 37. Okay? So, these people, they probably won't get any mercy at all. Because they're that deaf, dumb, and blind, and decided to take somebody's truth and say, no, that's a lie. No, you're not allowed to do that. Guaranteed this is a bitch. It's a woman. You know, men tend to like take the truth a little bit easier than women. Women want to fight the truth, like as if their personality is going to change the truth. No, that can't be right. Oh, okay. Okay. And that woman just expects it not to be right because she said it. Okay. Fucking idiots. Oh my God, like I love people, but I also hate people. It's a love-hate relationship. Anyways, I hope this resonates. I'm so happy that I did this. And I knew, see, that's D'Artagnan, I swear. Very strong men will come into my reading and get shit out on the table. Because nobody else wants to say it. But strong, confident people, not just men, but strong, confident women as well, they will just come out and say, this is what happened. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I just say it. It's not my truth to break apart and dissect and figure out who's lying. Somebody tells you the truth. If somebody tells you something, like, you either believe it or you don't. You know, like, okay, so, for instance, this guy at my work who hits on me 50 times a day, okay? I think he hit on me 4 times yesterday until I was like, Ryan, stop hitting on me. He was talking about this guy at work that they actually call the Lion King because he can't tell the truth if it hit him in the face. And then I said, okay, but are you sure, like, does he lie about everything or is it just some things? And he's like, oh, trust me, the embellishment on this guy is fucked. So, I do understand that people can embellish and they can lie, okay? So, if you got information from somebody, like say you got the information from somebody and you're like, okay, well, what the fuck? How am I supposed to believe this? Like, this is really hard to believe. Then you're the one that's gonna have to dissect it then. If you don't want to believe something because you think it sounds wrong, then you're gonna have to figure out the evidence on how to make it right. You can't just go around telling people that someone's lying when you have absolutely no idea if they are or not, right? And then to spend 20 years trying to get the truth out and then to tell the truth and then all say that you're lying about it, right? It's like no matter what you do, you can't do it right. Because there is no way of doing it right. There is no perfect time to say it. There is no perfect moment to announce it. It's all just however way you feel that day. It doesn't matter if someone's having a bad day. Like my uncle had just died and I was like, well, I'm sorry, but this has to come out now. He's dead. He's in the grave. Now it's time to talk about molestation. You know, no, it's always going to be a bad time. You're going to say, oh, it's too close to Christmas. Oh, it's too close to summer. Oh, it's too close to Halloween. It's too close to Thanksgiving. It's too close to New Year's. It's too close to Valentine's Day. Who gives a fuck? These people are never going to have perfect timing, okay? I know they think they deserve perfect timing, but they don't. You can call them at 6 a.m. Hey, by the way, I was molested by your brother. Say it. Spray it. I don't give a fuck when it comes out because it's your truth. You get to decide when it comes out, not anybody else. And if they decide to swallow it, well, then you just get louder. Okay? My parents swallowed everything I said, and then I sent them a video from my YouTube and said, oh, by the way, I know you don't like to respond to any of my emails. I've been trying to talk to my parents for 3 years. They don't talk to me. Oh, I get that you don't want to respond to my emails anymore. I just wanted to let you know that I make videos now and I just talk about it. I just talk about how much of an asshole you are. I just talk about that you're a meme artist. You don't talk to me. You shit talk me to my family. Oh, is somebody sick again? That's nice. I have fibromyalgia, scoliosis, fucking, oh my God, you name it. Crohn's disease. I like basically broke my foot the other night. Like, oh, but really, oh, okay, you can't figure, no, okay. Sorry for you. Fucking knock these motherfuckers out. This is why people get so, like, they get worried about me because I get aggressive. But you know why I'm so aggressive? It's because people watched me get fucked over. My whole life, I never said anything. So I just thought, okay, I'll get louder. Okay, I'll get a little bit louder. Oh, no one's paying attention to me still? Okay, I'll get a little bit louder. Oh, then I'm grounded. Oh, now I can't come over to my dad's house anymore. Oh, now my stepmother doesn't want to see me. Oh, okay, because I'm not the perfect little child. Oh, I didn't turn out perfect. So my parents don't like me. Oh, boo-hoo. Take that up with God when you die, you fucking idiots. Well, I didn't like my daughter, so I just decided to disown her. You know how much they hear that and they're like, really? What else is new? You didn't like your kid that you fucking popped out and made and raised. So they're basically like you because they're following and doing everything that you're doing, but you don't like them because they're a spinning image of you. Oh, what do you know? That means you don't like yourself. Right? Fucking people. Anyways. I have to go. I'm so glad I did this. I feel like it was an interview. I don't really know why. I'm not on interview. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I don't care. But I'm really glad that this message came out because you're not a liar. And if somebody decided to hide the truth, then just remember they swallowed it. So it's in them. They can't hide that. But, you know, sometimes it's nice to let people know, like, or to make people think that they won. You know, like, oh, yeah. You know, giggle to yourself around the corner. Because sometimes it gets people off to think, like, oh, I really hurt you. I really hurt you. Yeah, okay, you did. For like 5 seconds. Then they'll leave you alone, you know? Like, if they think they hurt you, they think that they just fucking got you really good, and you let them know, yeah, you got me. They walk away. So easy. Oh, I can still hear that song, Carrion. Carrion, Parkway Gate, best fucking song in the world. I'm gonna leave it at that. Peace. Peace to your sister, peace to your brother, peace to your mother, peace to your father. Peace. And, yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow. Love each other.